You may not realize it, but you have been radiating an energy that naturally attracts attention, and many suitors are being drawn toward you. This magnetic pull is not something you are intentionally creating, rather, it is the natural result of the changes you have been undergoing. Your person, your counterpart, your twin flame, can sense this shift. Even from a distance, they feel the difference in your aura. They see you stepping fully into your power, embodying confidence and elegance in a way that is impossible to ignore. Something about you has transformed, and it is sparking curiosity, desire, and admiration not only from strangers but especially from your person, who knows you more deeply than anyone else. Your style has shifted, perhaps subtly, perhaps dramatically, but either way, it reflects the inner transformation you have embraced. You move differently now, carrying yourself with a poise and grace that speaks volumes without words. There is freedom in your energy, a lightness that shows you are no longer weighed down in the way you once were by the intensity of the twin flame journey. For so long, the connection may have felt like a heavy burden, a push and pull of longing and uncertainty. Yet now, you have discovered a sense of balance. You are no longer consumed by the ache of separation. Instead, you have learned to thrive in your own presence. You enjoy your solitude. You appreciate your own company. You have uncovered the truth that love for yourself is just as vital, if not more so, than love for anyone else. This realization has not only elevated your spirit but also made you magnetic. Your person feels this change profoundly. It excites them, awakens them, and stirs a powerful desire within them. They see that you are no longer the same as before. You are glowing, confident, and unapologetically standing in your authenticity. This newfound version of you is both alluring and irresistible. They feel turned on by your transformation, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally as well. The strength you exude, the independence you embody, and the way you radiate self-respect all combine to make you even more captivating. You have become sexier, bolder, and more commanding, but in a way that is empowering rather than intimidating. It is as though you have embraced your role as the divine counterpart, the Empress or Emperor energy, and your person cannot take their eyes, or their thoughts, off you. Even in your absence, they are connected to you. They dream of you often, and these dreams are filled with passion, longing, and reminders of the bond you share. They send you sensual energy in these moments, hoping you can feel it, hoping it reassures you not to give up on them. They are preparing to step forward with something stable, something real. Deep within their heart, they are aware that this connection is unlike any other. No matter how much time passes, no matter what circumstances arise, the thread that ties you together is unbreakable. You may notice synchronicities everywhere, numbers, signs, songs, words, or even sudden feelings that remind you of your person. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of the telepathic bond that exists between you. Your person is reaching out, trying to connect, trying to assure you that you are still on this journey together. Their energy intertwines with yours even when you are not consciously seeking it. You feel them in moments of quiet, in sudden bursts of warmth, or even in an ache that rises without warning. It is their soul speaking to yours, reminding you that you are never truly apart. At the same time, their human side wrestles with the idea of losing you. They know that others are drawn to you now, that your beauty, charm, and elegance are impossible for the world to overlook. They worry, deep down, that you might offer your love to someone else, that another might take the place they know in their heart was always meant for them. This fear compels them to keep tabs on you, to check in, whether through social media, conversations, or simply energetic curiosity. You are always on their mind, and quite literally, you are always on their search history. They need reassurance that you are still theirs in spirit, even if the physical union has not yet fully materialized. They are captivated by the fact that you are different now. Every change, whether in your appearance, your style, your habits, or your mindset, only makes you more fascinating to them. They notice the way you present yourself, the subtle shifts in the way you dress, speak, or move. These changes reflect growth and evolution, and they cannot help but be drawn to this elevated version of you. To them, it is not just a surface-level change, it is proof of your journey, your strength, and your ability to rise above challenges with grace. This entire transformation is a testament to your resilience. You are no longer the same person who once felt overwhelmed by the challenges of the twin flame path. You have embraced solitude, built confidence, and tapped into your inner power. And yet, this growth has not pushed your person away, it has magnetized them even more. They are watching, waiting, and dreaming, all while preparing to step forward. Their soul knows that you are their match, their other half, their eternal partner. As the signs continue to show up, as the synchronicities remind you of their presence, remember this: your journey has never been in vain. Every shift you have embraced has not only transformed you but also drawn your person closer. You are in your power, radiant and free, and it is only a matter of time before the energy between you pulls them into alignment with you once again. I ran from this connection because I caught feelings for you so much faster than I ever thought I would. It surprised me, and in truth, it scared me. I haven't felt this way about anyone in such a long time that I almost forgot what it was like to have emotions this strong, this consuming. The way you made me feel shook me, and I wasn't prepared for how deeply I would be pulled into your presence. When I started sharing with my closest friends about the incredible experience I was having with you, they were amazed at how quickly everything seemed to be moving. Every single one of them cautioned me to slow down. They told me that I was moving too fast, that I was falling too hard, and that if I didn't pull back, I'd risk having my heart shattered. Normally, I don't listen to other people's opinions when it comes to my life or my heart. I've always been the kind of person who moves to the beat of my own drum. I smile, I nod politely, but then I continue walking down the path I feel drawn to. But this time, their voices lingered in my mind. Maybe it was because I already knew I was diving in headfirst. Maybe it was because, deep down, I understood they were right. I was feeling so much, so fast, and it frightened me. Still, even with their warnings echoing in my head, I couldn't deny that the energy between us was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. The vibe, the chemistry, the way our souls seemed to connect, it was off the charts. Nothing else in my life has ever matched it. With you, I felt a sense of alignment that I've never known. It was as though you could see me, truly see me, in a way no one else ever has. I saw you too, not just the surface of who you are, but something much deeper. Being with you felt like meeting someone I had always been searching for without even realizing it. Our connection wasn't just about laughter or shared interests, it was soul deep. At times, it was almost overwhelming how natural it felt, how quickly the walls I usually keep up around people began to crumble in your presence. But that depth, that intensity, also left me vulnerable. There were moments when I felt like you were peering too deeply into me, glimpsing parts of myself that I've spent years trying to hide. You saw my softness, my fears, and maybe even the cracks in me that I keep carefully shielded from the world. It was exhilarating but also terrifying. Being that open made me feel naked, exposed, and unprotected in a way I wasn't ready for. And when those feelings became too strong, my instinct was to retreat. It wasn't anything you said or did wrong. In fact, it was quite the opposite. You made me feel safe, cherished, and understood. But my own personal hang-ups, my triggers, and my long-standing insecurities began to rise to the surface. I started imagining the moment you would finally see the parts of me that aren't so easy to love, the brokenness, the loneliness, the doubts that haunt me when I'm alone. I became convinced that if you really knew the full extent of my scars, you would walk away. That fear of abandonment, of being left behind once I had revealed too much of myself, became overwhelming. So instead of allowing myself to lean into the connection, I pulled back. I distanced myself not because you weren't enough, but because I was afraid I wasn't enough. I told myself that by running, I was protecting my heart, shielding myself from the pain I felt was inevitable. But deep down, I know I was also robbing myself of something beautiful. I let fear dictate my actions when what I really wanted was to stay, to explore where this connection could take us. The truth is, I've been carrying around pieces of myself that feel unworthy of love. There are nights when loneliness feels like a shadow that never leaves my side. There are days when my own thoughts convince me that I'm too much and not enough at the same time. And while I long for someone to understand me, to truly hold me as I am, I also fear that when they finally see the whole picture, they'll run. It's a paradox I live in, yearning for closeness while simultaneously pushing it away. What I felt with you, though, was real. It was different. You awakened a part of me that had been dormant for far too long, a part that still wants to believe in love, in deep connection, in something lasting. That's why it scared me so much, because it mattered. You mattered. And I didn't want to risk losing something that felt so rare, so extraordinary. Ironically, in trying to protect myself from that loss, I ended up creating distance and walking away from the very thing I wanted most. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if I'll ever be able to fully silence the insecurities that whisper in the back of my mind. But I do know this, what I felt for you was genuine, and it's something I'll never forget. Even in my fear, even in my retreat, you left an imprint on my heart. And maybe, just maybe, the lesson here isn't about running from vulnerability but learning to embrace it, even when it terrifies me. Because love, real love, requires risk. And despite everything, I can't help but wonder what might have been if I had been brave enough to stay. Your partner is watching you closely, perhaps more closely than you realize, and missing you deeply in this very moment. It's not just a passing thought or a fleeting feeling, they are genuinely yearning for you, holding you in their heart with such intensity that it becomes difficult for them to focus on anything else. Every little thing reminds them of you, and they can't help but feel emotional when the thought of you lingers in their mind. For them, it isn't simply about desire or longing, it's about not wanting to lose the chance to be with you again. They don't want the opportunity for connection to slip away. In their eyes, you are someone they don't want to risk losing, and that thought alone stirs their emotions even more. When your partner allows themselves to daydream, they often imagine what true fulfillment would look like in their life. More often than not, that picture includes you. They envision moments of building a life together, creating a home, perhaps raising a family, and sharing those small yet meaningful experiences that make up a lifetime of happiness. This isn't a shallow or fleeting fantasy, it is rooted in a genuine sense of love and commitment. The idea of having you as a partner in all aspects of life brings them comfort, joy, and hope for the future. It's almost as though you are the missing piece in the puzzle of their life, and imagining a family with you is their way of visualizing completeness. Yet, as much as these visions bring joy, they also bring pain. It hurts them to live so much inside their head, replaying these scenarios of what could be, while knowing that in reality, they may not be able to reach out and hold you right now. The longing is so strong that it almost feels heavy, pressing on their chest. They crave your presence in a way that is difficult to describe with words, a craving not just for your physical closeness, but for your energy, your laughter, your touch, and the comfort that only you can bring. And right now, with you perhaps being unavailable to them, that craving intensifies. It becomes almost unbearable, the kind of ache that lingers in the background no matter how much they try to distract themselves. This connection between you isn't something that will fall into place overnight. Your partner understands, at least on some level, that this relationship will take time to fully blossom. They know they have lessons to learn, especially when it comes to stabilizing their energy and grounding their emotions. Right now, their feelings may be overwhelming, and part of their growth lies in learning how to hold space for you without letting that intensity spill over uncontrollably. It is a process of patience, of self-awareness, and of deep respect for the bond you share. Though the road ahead may not be simple, the commitment they feel toward nurturing this connection is unwavering. Your partner misses being in your presence in a way that goes beyond words. They long to hear your soft voice again, to feel the calm and warmth that radiates from your personality. Your sensuality, your unique energy, and the way you carry yourself have left a permanent mark on their heart. Every detail about you, your voice, your gestures, your smile, feels etched into their memory, and they find themselves replaying these details over and over. Lately, they simply cannot stop thinking about you. It's as if you've become the standard, the type of person they always wished for, and realizing that you are real, that you exist, and that they have already experienced your presence only makes their longing stronger. They think about the way you make them feel alive, the way your presence shifts the energy around them and brings a sense of both comfort and excitement. They remember how your words, no matter how simple, have the power to soothe them. They reflect on the way your laugh seems to brighten even the darkest of days. To them, these aren't just passing thoughts, they are profound reminders of the kind of connection that doesn't come around often. You are not just their type, you are someone who feels like a perfect match, someone who touches both their heart and their soul. Even in moments of stillness, when they try to quiet their mind, it is you who rises to the surface of their thoughts. They may sit in silence, but internally, they are replaying memories, imagining your presence beside them, and wishing that time could move faster to bring them back into your arms. It is a mixture of love, longing, and devotion that drives them. Though their emotions may feel overwhelming, at the core of it all is a pure desire to be close to you again. Ultimately, your partner is not just missing you, they are envisioning a future with you. They are holding on to hope, holding on to the idea that despite distance, challenges, or time, this bond has the potential to grow stronger. Their heart is set on you, and their energy is directed toward nurturing this connection in a way that honors both of you. Yes, it will take time, patience, and emotional grounding, but their willingness to wait and to grow speaks volumes. For them, you are not just someone they desire, you are someone they truly cherish, someone they see as irreplaceable. And until the moment arrives when they can be with you fully again, they will continue to hold you close in their heart, missing you deeply, and loving you more than words can say.